Remember guys, first I want to clarify, this is not a review. Also, this is not me bashing on the game for supposedly having too much 2D. While it does have a lot of 2D, I don't necessarily think that's a bad thing. But I'll get into that later. Also, I'm not just gonna be saying, oh, this saves the Sonic series and Sonic Colors single-handedly was a Sonic Renaissance or something. It's a amazing game, but it's not like the best Sonic game ever created. And as much as I love it, it's one of my favorites. It was actually my favorite for a while. Yeah. Hold on. Yeah, it was my favorite for a while, but then I realized it wasn't like the best thing. Like, I knew it wasn't the best Sonic game ever, but I started to see flaws. And honestly, like, I saw a lot of negativity for a while because because of After Colors, they kept with the bad writing and the lighthearted tone, but like it was really bad when it got to Lost World, and Forces Generations was okay because the rest of the game was solid. But like, yeah, I see Colors getting a lot of hate because it started that, although I think Colors by itself is not really a problem. It goes light on the story, but the gameplay is fun. Now, yeah, this was my first Sonic game, so I know a lot about it. This is the one I grew up playing a lot, and before you say, oh, why would I care about what he has to say, he grew up in the worst decade. Yeah, I guess, yes, I did come into the Sonic series in the worst decade, but it didn't feel like it because right after I played this, I played Unleashed and I played Sonic the Hedgehog 2. So I came in like all 3 decades. We're going on to a new decade. Hopefully we get an amazing 3D Sonic game. But we're not here to talk about that. We're here to look back on this game. I will be making multiple videos. I want to talk about like each zone, individual levels and sections, and I want to talk about the Wisp in their own video. Right now I'm doing just a look back on Sonic Colors. First of all, yeah, let's get to the 2D. There is a lot of 2D in this game. I don't think it makes it bad though. Like, that's the thing. I hear people complain all the time about how there's too much 2D. But first of all, if we're gonna classify this as a boost game, then lots of 2D is to be expected. The only boost game that didn't have an overwhelming amount of 2D was Unleashed. Even then, it still had 2D. Because Generations had classic Sonic and 2D sections in the boost gameplay, and Forces had classic Sonic, and then it had modern Sonic and the custom character both had 2D sections. So, first of all, if we're counting this as a boost game, then yes, it's gonna have lots of 2D, but like, it doesn't make too much emphasis on the boost, it makes emphasis on the platforming. And the 2D platforming is fine. It was taking Sonic somewhat back to his roots while still feeling brand new. It used the boost idea from the Rush series in Sonic Unleashed. Yeah. I don't know why, I just had some brain fart right there. But yeah, from Rush and Sonic Unleashed, it used the boost idea. And it had plenty of sections where you could boost, but the Wisp, I also think, made the 2D gameplay not stale fully. Because, like, they also reuse sections. I hear people complain about that a lot. But when Colors is good, it's good. Like, its level design isn't Generations, but Colors never focused on the boost to begin with. So I feel like Colors is the least boost out of all the boost games, and I think it's fine for that. Colors is more focused on regular platforming and also having these new gimmicks that are the Wisp, which I will talk about in their own video, but for the most part I don't think they get in the way. The one I hear most complained about is the cube. And yes, the cube is easily the most pace-breaking one, having to stop and keep switching between blue rings and blue cubes. The Wisp themselves are rarely mandatory. There's only a few times. I mean, there's plenty of times where, yes, you can get them, but, like, unless you're going for the red rings or trying to get color points, they're rarely mandatory to beat the level. And even then, most of them can be fun to tolerable. I don't think there's any that, like, besides the cube, that can actually be straight up annoying to use. The spike one can be annoying. I like hover. Laser is also fun. Also, I want to take the time now to clarify, I will only be talking about the Wii version. I will talk about the DS version later, but right now I'm just talking about the Wii version. But both are amazing games. I suggest, if you like the rush style gameplay, or you like boost games, go to both of them. Like, they're good. If you just want the boost, I wouldn't say go to colors, but if you like just platforming but also having the boost, there are plenty of sections in colors where you can still go fast and use the boost, but you still have tight platforming, which I think the Wisp help focus on the platforming. So yeah, they do strip away Sonic's basic abilities, like the spike is just a spin dash, and then you also have like a light speed dash. And lots of Sonic's friends could just have these abilities, but they were trying to focus less on Sonic's friends at the time, and it was more of a newer thing. Because back then, 2010, it'd only been 4 years since 06, so like, they're just trying to focus on Sonic, and I think it's for the better. I think now we're ready for more characters, but I think back then Sonic was a good idea. And so the music for this is amazing. All the tracks not only suit the areas well, but you can just jam out to all of the tracks. And if you're not jamming out to them, they're nice to just listen to in the background. Planet Wisp is soothing. Oh my gosh, Sweet Mountain is just bopping. Did I just say bopping? Should I be using that word? It's bopping. You say something like, it'll knock your Sonic socks off. Anyway, this game is fun. Sonic Colors, it has a lot of colors. Yeah, I'm not using a script. That's why I'm calling this. I'm gonna make videos basically just Lightning Warrior Etho unscripted or something like that. I still need to work on a title, because I don't want to use a script, because I feel like if I use a script, I might just accidentally end up talking like a robot, or not having any flavor of my voice, or if I want to talk about something different, it'd be hard to work around the script. But like, I like this, just free talking. Yeah, Aquarium Park is nice. Okay, now to talk about the stages themselves, Act 1 of each stage I think is just always amazing. I think the theming is great. Tropical Resort is nice, like an outer space theme park. It's really cool. I honestly wish there was a hub world like Unleashed, because these areas would be awesome to explore, but I'm not complaining about it. It'd just be nice to see. I'm not saying they'd have to be a big hub world. I'd just like to have a nice small hub world you could run around in, check out the scenery. Planet Wisp especially would be nice in that regard. Aquarium Park actually is my favorite stage, or my favorite level of any game. Not just Sonic game, just Aquarium Park is my favorite level. It has, I don't know, I love the theme. I've always liked water, except for like Labyrinth Zone. Besides that, I've always just liked water levels in games, so Aquarium Park was nice. The music is amazing. I've gone to sleep to Aquarium Park. Planet Wisp, I've heard lots of people talking about Planet Wisp. Planet Wisp is nice. First, it was my favorite, but like, I don't know, I just like Aquarium Park. And Starlight Carnival has, yeah, it takes place mostly inside of the different like ships and stuff, but the outside sections are really good. And that one hover level where you used to hover in 3D in Starlight Carnival, it's beautiful. And alright, the bosses. Let me talk about the bosses now. I'm not gonna just straight up say they suck, because yeah, you could easily say that. Like, 4 of the bosses in the game are only 2D. 2 of the bosses are like partly 2D, and the final boss is the only one that's like really spectacular. So much so that they used it for Lost World and Force's final boss. But I think Eggman using the Wisp against you in the final boss is really good. The Ferris wheel bosses, they're honestly sad. It's been done to death, but even as a child, even when I sucked at video games, I already still knew that these bosses were just pathetic. Or at least the Ferris wheel ones. The Sweet Mountain Zone bosses, or the Sweet Mountain boss and the Aquarium Park boss, they're decent. But like, with Sweet Mountain, it just feels like homing attack on the cannons and either homing attack around the little guys until you hit the big pirate, or you just use the drill and destroy everything. And with Aquarium Park, I like how you have to unlock the boss by having missiles chase you, kinda like Mega Leg in Super Mario Galaxy, which I got at the same time as Colors, actually. I love both of those games. And honestly, as a kid, I really didn't notice a difference in quality between Colors and Galaxy. Looking back at it now, yeah, Galaxy's a masterpiece. Sonic Colors could use some work, but like, I think it has a good premise. Like, if it was just expanded more. I think that's the main problem I have with the game, is it's short. And the levels that are good are really good. It's just, I think because it's so short, lots of its ideas couldn't be fully fleshed out. And I don't think they used the Wisp fully properly. I think the Wisps were used decent in most cases, but I feel like if the Wisp could have been used in 3D, they could have been fleshed out more. I think they control well, and I love the Wisp in Colors, because for the most part they're more of a optional gimmick unless you're going for the red rings. I'll talk about the red rings in a little bit, but yeah, the Wisp show up during the bosses as well, and just makes them even easier. Like, you can, using the Laser Wisp or the Spike Wisp, you can beat these bosses in like 2 hits, or you can easily get an S rank on these bosses using the Drill Wisp against the pirate bosses, using the laser and rocket against the spaceship bosses, or whatever they are in Asteroid Coaster and Starlight Carnival. I will say though, those bosses, the first time I played them, it gave me a decent challenge. Like, I was actually legitimately struggling against them the first time I played them. But like, the more you play them, the easier they get. I will say those bosses are actually pretty decent because they take a while. But at the same time, it's kind of just mashing the A button to do damage and avoiding bullets. But I still think they're decent enough in comparison to other bosses in the game. The main level design itself, I think it's fun. It works, especially with the Wisp. I don't like the sections where you actually have to stop with like the cube or spikes and break through different areas. Or the parts where that one level in Sweet Mountain Zone where you have to wait on the switch. and you just stand on a switch and then dodge the microwave or whatever. Those are also annoying, but like, I want to say right now that it's not the worst level design at all, but I think lots of it could be trimmed down, and I feel like if each area had just like 3 good levels, it would be better off, because I feel like Act 1 and, well, it varies, because sometimes a few acts sprinkled in the middle can have some length, or they can have unique ideas. The acts that just reuse sections, I think, need to go away. If they're gonna reuse sections, I feel like they need to put them all in like one level, so a level actually drags out for a long time. That's the main problem I have, is I feel like the complaint with Forces is, or was and still is, the levels are way too short, and I think Colors has some decent levels, and especially with the Wisp, they can last longer, and you can be actually interacting with things more. So it's not like Forces, it doesn't suffer from exactly the same problem. But the few levels that last like under a minute or way around a minute, do you think present an issue? But I think why Colors actually has, like, Colors is fun because it has creativity in its levels. Like, the theming in general is just good. Like, you climbing up a burger mountain or going on a roller coaster through outer space, those are fun ideas, even if they're not the longest of levels or the most complex. The setting themselves are just, it's exhilarating. Running along Rainbow Road looking like it came straight out of Mario Kart is awesome. And just Planet Wisp was cool, but the one thing is I wish there was more of the scenery in the game. Like, we got way too much robotic stuff in Planet Wisp. Like, I know Eggman was doing other things with it, and I do think that, yeah, it makes sense for us to go through the mechanical area, and yeah, I can understand, but like, I feel like 90% of Planet Wisp is just the mechanical area, and I'd like to have a level where I could just run through a natural area on Planet Wisp. That's the main thing, because Planet Wisp was beautiful, and it would have been nice to just see it in full without all the mechanical stuff there. Or they could have had like an after post game kind of level, where maybe you could run on Planet Wisp without all the machines and metal and stuff. That would be cool. Either way. Alright, now I'll talk about Red Rings. Red Rings, okay. The Red Rings in this game, first of all, unlock Supersonic, which I think was amazing. It's the first time that you could play as Supersonic in an actual level since, Sonic 3 and Knuckles? At least in terms of mainline games. Actually it might, I'm not sure, but I think it is since Sonic 3 and Knuckles. Definitely in terms of mainline games. I'm not sure if you could do it in any side games. I don't think you could, but overall, yeah, overall, this game, the Red Rings, they can be so annoying to get, because with the Red Rings, lots of them really do require you to use the Wisp or go on some absurd path, or just risk your life trying to get them, and it's so infuriating. But once you get them, Supersonic is a great reward, and if you are complaining about the Wisp, don't worry, once you unlock Supersonic, you'll never have to use them ever again, because Supersonic, literally, it can add springs and other things of that nature that basically replace the sections you'd need to use the Wisp for, and overall, the Wisp can't even be used when you have Supersonic equipped, which I think is interesting. I would have liked to have Supersonic and the Wisp used both at once, but I think it's a good thing, a good compromise. I mean, infinite boost as well is really nice with Supersonic, but 180 red rings, 5 red rings per level, most of them requiring the Wisp, which aren't bad, but like a few of them take a few minutes to get sometimes, or they'll take very precise platforming, and it's kind of hard using Sonic Colors controls. Sonic Colors controls fine, but when you have to do this precise platforming lots of times on little tiny platforms, it can be a little frustrating. Overall though, I think that the red rings, the challenge isn't unwarranted because you are getting Supersonic, which is a great prize. In the special stages, the Sonic Simulator, I think those are fun. Even, like, you can play those by themselves, not even trying to get the Chaos Emeralds. I still think they are amazing special stages, probably the best special stages. And yes, I do count them as special stages, because that's technically what they are. But they play like actual levels, and I think that's the kind of special stages that we need, and the kind that are the best, just because they don't put you into some ball where you gotta bounce off sides and roll around. You're not forced into a half pipe where you can only jump and go left or right. You're not forced into some weird 3D looking area where you're struggling with depth perception, trying to hit UFOs and water stealing everything. Blue spheres and the UFO chasing in Sonic Mania and in Sonic 3 and Knuckles, I like those, but I don't think those are fit for modern Sonic. I can't see modern Sonic doing those, so modern Sonic wise, I think would be cool just to still have special stages for them, but have them like regular stages. Because, especially if you're gonna have red rings, I think the red rings unlocking Supersonic is good. But, like, don't make them so many and then have them be infuriating. Because I honestly was about to cry the first time I tried to get the red rings. It was so annoying. I was getting so pissed off, I had to let myself cool down for a little bit. But Colors is a fun game. I wanted to talk about it because Colors is a decade old. It's the game that I grew up with, the Sonic game that got me into the series, whether the games after it had good writing or not. You can blame this game for all you want for having Wisp in every game afterwards or having bad writing, but I don't think that's Colors' fault. I think Sonic Team just saw Colors work, and then they looked at the things that stick out to people in Colors, and they're like, well, they liked not having all this dark, edgy writing, and they liked the Wisp, definitely. No, Sonic Colors is fun because it's creative, and they don't shove the Wisp down your throat. That's the thing, is the only game where I even really enjoyed the Wisp other than Colors is Forces, because I think even though it makes no sense for them to be there, I think at least Forces had a decent idea with using them as weapons for the custom avatar. Although, like, I know the Wisp apparently gave them permission to do that, but it's still weird that Eggman was gonna use them as weapons. But then we use them as weapons, and they're fine with it. But, I mean, I guess we have consent, so it's okay. Either way, I just wanted to talk about this game. I want to talk about, like, each area. Tropical Resort might come later. But for now, I don't know. Actually, I want to dive deeper into the story. Not that there's too much story, but Sonic and Tails go after Eggman. It's a pretty simple story. I mean, like, it's nothing special, but it didn't need to be, because it was refreshing at the time. And I think the main problem is because we have so much of this writing now, people are getting tired of it. I mean, yeah, there are complaints that people can have, like how they're like, no copyright law in the universe is gonna stop me, which is a valid complaint. I mean, not gonna lie, when I was young, I laughed at these lines, or I laughed. When I was younger, I enjoyed these lines, but, like, I do see why people have a problem with it. Because, yeah, Colors writing after that was made for kids. Forces stepped up the writing, but, like, still not the best. I think Colors, as far as colors go, as far as colors goes, I can't speak. I think it was a good change for one game. I don't think it should have dragged on forever, but it made Colors unique at the time. So I'm not gonna blame it for that. I don't think the writing was, like, the worst thing ever when it came to Colors, because, like, Sonic Colors already had a more cartoonish design, so we didn't need a serious story. But yeah, I do think we definitely need new writers, but Colors writing is... I wouldn't even pay much attention to Colors writing. If you don't like it, then just don't worry about it. I mean, the gameplay is what should matter most. Also, the music is on point, so I don't think the writing weighs down Colors as much as it weighs down something like Lost World. Either way, this was nice. I hope you enjoyed this video. I don't know what exactly I'm gonna do. I'm gonna have to edit it. I might add a section at the end or something. I don't know. Either way, if you like this, consider subscribing if you haven't, but, like, I can't force you. If you don't if you don't want to subscribe, don't subscribe, obviously. I can't force anybody, but at least just hold on. I was drinking an energy drink. If you like this, thank you for watching. Just any support, just the fact that people click on my videos is just amazing to me. I love it. I love seeing people when they enjoy my videos, and any comment just makes my day. Just seeing someone even watch my video just makes my day, knowing that they took the time out of their day to even click on it. Yeah, I wanted to look back on Sonic Colors. It's one of the games that made me a gamer, along with Mario Kart Wii, Super Mario Galaxy, even heck Wii Sports Resort. But just thank you for listening, and I'd love to do more talks like this, and just thank you for everything. This was a fun video to make, and this is Lightning Warrior Etho signing out.